this lady, this picture I'm going to show you, was carrying a luggage and then a whole bunch of stuff she bought at the store. And one of the stairways, she was trying to bring it down the stairs, like one at a time, because she couldn't then go back up and get the other ones. And like there was tons of people passing her, and I was already just about down the stairs, and I seen her, and I just seen people walking by her, like nobody helped, like lots of guys that could have easily grabbed and helped her stuff. So I turned around, went back up the stairs. I'm like, hey, can I help you with stuff? She's like, oh, thank you so much. I need so much help. So I helped her, brought it down the stairs for her. Then I'm like, what train are you going on? And she's like, this one. I'm like, okay, perfect. I'm jumping on that train too. So then I grabbed her stuff, and like got her on the train, got her situated, and she was like so thankful. But that's like acts of compassion that you just normally should do. Like you shouldn't even not have to not think about it. Like you're just a good human being when you do that stuff. But we got to push the world to do more of that.
It only takes a moment to choose compassion, and that small choice can change someone's day and set the tone for your own.
All right, guys, today's like my first reset of the day. I always ask myself this question: what thought would I hold in my mind, in my brain, if I already had what I desire? Remember, we do 3 resets in a day. Again, you're stacking the positive, stacking the positive. So when you think about that, you're thinking about, okay, if I was already at my achieved goal, for example, I just finished working out, if my body looked great, if I felt great, if I was living great, if I had like say my abs out and I was in super good shape, you must put yourself already into that thing that you want. You can't be trying to get there. You already got to be there to get there. And so that's a reset that I do 3 times a day. I do that. This is my first reset. Again, you're stacking on the positive, stacking on the positive, stacking on the positive, stacking on the positive to overcome 80% of those negatives. And I'll tell you, this stuff will change your life, but you got to be consistent and you got to stay with it. So let's stack it up. And again, I always do a quick massage when I'm done my workout. And again, let's stack it up. Now, think about it also to feel it, visualize it when you say it, and hold it for maybe like a minute. You can even do 2 minutes, or you can do it fast. It depends how much time you have, but hold it. You got to feel it and you got to see it there. And again, that'll start to reprogram your mind.
So every morning I use this happy light. What the happy light does is it mimics sunlight, so that boosts your mood, it boosts your energy levels, and it also creates more serotonin, the feel-good hormone. I also listen to music every morning, even if there's people around me in the morning and there's like all around the house is full or whatever. I put my headphones on and I listen to music consistently. I have to have my morning routine so I can push through the day and execute great things, help people, make a difference in the world. So you got to get everything right in the morning. It's so critical.
If I already had what I desire, what thought would I be holding in my mind? This is my second reset of the day, my friends. Now, when you think about that, what again do? You need to visualize, and you need to be able to put yourself already there. Again, I do this 3 times in a day. What it does, again, it keeps programming the brain, the nervous system, creates more positive thoughts. So for example, now if I was thinking, I would visualize it, visualize it for a minute. Feel it, see it, I'm already there. Now let's say if my goal on my second reset, same goal all day, let's say it was to build one mind, one humanity into 1 million great humans. And let's say our goal was 1 million great humans on our YouTube channel. And again, that's not saying 1 million subscribers, but that's kind of what I'm getting at. But again, I'll say it again, I hate using the word subscribers. I'm just saying it because it's like only the second ton of episodes, so you guys understand. I think it's not humane to call people, it's not human to call people subscribers. It just seems kind of yucky to me. So I like to just say amazing humans. And so I visualize that. And when I do my thought, I put myself there already. And that's what I'm thinking about. We have 1 million great humans. We're working with them. We're helping them. I see me giving them value. And I always think about it like this. If I were to give 1 million humans great value, help them change their lives, really care about them, really think about them, and be opposite of what most YouTubers do that just care about subscribers. Not all of them, but a lot of them, to be honest, my friends, care about subscribers the most. But if I really cared about humanity, then I don't have to worry about that eventually getting to my goal, because people will just like it and share it and comment. And I don't even really have to ask them, because we're just doing good in the world. We're really trying to help people for the right reasons. Now, that's again my second reset of the day. Again, let's do 30 days of reset. So I want you guys every day work on your one question, be able to see yourself already there, picture yourself already there. It's already happened. Now, this is kind of how this works. The world catches up to you. What I mean by that is this. Think about your inner world. You put yourself there in your brain. You're already there. You can feel it. You can see it. It's already happened. It's great. So you have no stress about getting there. It's already there. Now, that's your inner world. Then you got your outer world. And so that's the goal. That's the outer world goal over here. And so now the goal starts to catch up to you out of the outer world, and that catches up to that inner world, that thing that you want to get to. So that's the third reset, or my second reset of the day. I can promise you guys this. This is how anybody that achieves anything they really want in life gets to that thing. And the bigger the goal, the more you have to do this. But even if you just want good fitness, you have to do this. Good relationship, you have to do this. And so the high achievers are always doing this type of stuff. But again, let me say it again. This is just consistently programming your brain over and over and over. So the only difference with me is if you see all the stuff that I keep doing in a day, it's like just training the brain all day long. So my life is really, really, really good, because my inner world is really, really, really good. Right? Like you might see this rain right now. Vancouver's having a rainy day. That's very rare here, right? So, but I'd rather not have the -40 winter and snow, to be honest. But people will complain about the rain. And I'm like, why are you complaining about the rain? Like, you should be happy of the rain. Because why? Because you're breathing, you're living. Like, if you're watching this, you're in a good country. Like, you're not having to worry about getting bombed on and a million other bad things that could happen. And so appreciate things. We'll talk about gratitude a little later and why I use that at such a high level. But again, this is just a quick helping you guys reset. Okay, so I'll keep showing you guys every video how I reset every day 3 times a day. And then we'll show you the more stuff that I do. And then we'll later tie some stories to how the reset and stuff happens. Well, just let me give you an example. The reset 3 times a day to be able to put where you are, and you consistently do it, starts to condition in your nervous system. So what happens is you'll just be out and about because you do it so much, and you'll automatically then start thinking like that and start visualizing that. Now, so when you think about 80% of your thoughts are negative, in the past, things like you pull bad things from the past, in the future, things not working out. So you're just flipping the script. You're just flipping the script, and you're starting to build new neural connections, which is extremely important as you do this. And you're just going to prune away all the bad ones. Now, it just takes consistency to keep doing this. What I noticed from me doing it all the time is when those negative thoughts try and come up, or self-doubt tries to come up and says, no, what makes you think that you can achieve this? Like, what makes you think you can get to 1 million people? Like, why would you be able to do that? Like that type of conversations you have, right? We all have conversations. This stuff starts to override that, so that just doesn't happen anymore. All right, my friends, get conditioning that brain. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day until our next clip, next scene, next whatever's coming next. Next chapter. Somebody's told me, call it a chapter. They're chapters. That's a good idea. So what have you learned from a tough situation you went through?
Well, it's very important that job one is your self-care. And I was injured in my work environment, and not one, but 2 legs. And over the years, I've learned resiliency. I need to be resilient because no one's going to take care of yourself but you. And every day, every single day, I am reminded that we must continue to take care of ourselves. Sometimes you get distracted, sometimes other things will happen, but be resilient and carry on and get the job done, especially if it's for yourself.
All right, you guys, welcome to the first ever Car Talks. I don't know. I think that's what I'm going to call it. I'm not quite sure. Car Talks, you think so? And I think we're going to name them chapters. Every scene is going to be like a new chapter. Now, the reason I'm going to do Car Talks is because there's lots of stuff I do in the car when I program my brain, and I think you guys need to be able to do this, because if you're riding on the train, if you're doing any kind of travel, you've got a lot of time then to set success up for yourself, and I do it massively in the car. A couple things have happened today that have been very interesting. One, I was going to actually do a really cool scene for you, and I'm going to start to show you guys a little bit more of Vancouver through all my videos. But today I was going to take you up to the mountain, and we were going to look at Vancouver, and then it's raining. So that ruined my whole plan today. Didn't work out that way. Then I just finished coaching. Christian's the little guy, 10-year-old soccer game. And that was amazing. And that's going to bring me to a subject today that I want to talk to you guys about. Two things that I do in the car that help me program myself. And a thing that happened in the gym today, I think is going to help you guys a lot too, with a business associate and a friend that I ran into. So let's first talk about the importance of living in your experiences and what I mean by that. Present moment, whatever you want to call it. I call them experiences. Now, I want you guys to understand, remember I go mind freedom, experiences, unity equals luxury lifestyle. That's success to me. And when you live in your experiences, you enter the highest level brainwaves, alpha brainwave, and that's where all the magic happens. That's where happiness happens. That's where love happens. That's where motivation happens. Like, that's just where all your good stuff happens. Let me just touch on a quick brainwave for a minute. Most people live in beta brainwave. High beta is stress, anxiety, overwhelm, anger, sadness, all those bad emotions. And most people go in and out of like everyday beta, just getting through life, let's say, and then this brainwave, high beta. And so you're always in and out of these, and like it's hard to really have success in life when you're doing that all the time. So the key is like when you live in your experiences and in the moment, you turn off that high beta brainwave. You turn off the outside world. So you live a really good life from the inside. So now high beta would be like this guy right now just pulled out in front of me, cut me off. I could have crashed into him. I could have now screamed at him. I could have yelled at him. I could have got out and fought him. And that's what most people do. So that person's taking control of your life. You have no control of your emotions. And then because you did that to the traffic, you automatically put yourself in high beta brainwave, and then you carry that on to the rest of your life. It's not good. And it actually hurts your system. Like, it actually you won't live as long because you're hitting all these bad emotions and stress levels and stuff, and it's just not good for the system. So I always say this too, since we're driving, let's do this for a minute. When you're driving, you should be calm and just at peace and enjoy it. But most people don't. Somebody cuts them off, somebody does something, and right away they're screaming, they're yelling, and that's how they control their life, and that's how they control their brain. And that means they do that in a lot of other areas. And it's always interesting to me to watch somebody drive like that. When somebody does something, they completely go into a different person in a second. It's not helpful. It's not helpful at all for anybody. And then you actually carry that kind of negative emotion and that stress into your other part of your life, and you might take it out on somebody else. There's just so many things that can go wrong with it. So when I get in the car, I call living my experiences. Now, I just came from coaching the soccer game. And when I coach the soccer games, I live in my experience. I don't turn on my phone. I turn on my phone to video some of the game. But other than that, I just enjoy the game. I don't think about the past. I don't think about the future. I think about being with the kids, being present, enjoying it. As soon as I notice my thoughts going somewhere else, I bring it back to the game, and I'm in that experience. I don't go anywhere else. And that's training your brain in real time, in real time. So you're like actually there with the kids. How many parents are actually not with their kids? They're there in physical, but they're not really there. So many of them. So when you're with them and you're living your experiences, you're having a good life. So the more you can live in your experiences and create more experiences for yourself, the better life you're actually going to have. So different experiences too create new neural connections. Now, I want to tell you something that's extremely important, one of the most important things you'll learn in your life. We're caught up in doing the same things all the time in life. That's how humans work. They hate change. The brain, by the way, hates change, so it keeps you there. And so you can't create no new neural connections to actually transform your life and better your life if you don't do different things. So when I go coach the soccer, it's a new experience. It's different things. So it takes me out of my everyday experience. And that is important. You got to keep doing new stuff all the time, whether it's going a different way to work, whether it's walking in a different way to the gym, whether it's doing different exercises in the gym, but you got to do different stuff. Now, when I'm driving, I work to live in the moment a lot in my experience. So I enjoy it. I take it in. I look around me. I'm happy. And that's where gratitude comes in. I'm happy to have a vehicle. I'm happy to drive. I'm happy to be breathing. I'm just happy. You know, people complain about traffic, but you better be happy to be in that traffic, because someday when you're sick, you're going to look back and you're going to wish you were in that traffic. One day my friend's complaining. We're driving. He's complaining about the traffic. Oh, these Vancouver bridges, we're stuck on them. It's going to be an hour and a half wait on this Vancouver bridge. And I turned to him and I said, my friend, let me tell you something. There's going to be a day when you're going to look back, we're going to look back, we're going to say to each other, I would love to be sitting in that traffic with you again, because that's the day one of us is gone. That's the day one of us is sick and we can't sit in that traffic ever again. And just from that, you'll love that traffic. And so people cannot give gratitude on a consistent basis. And when I'm driving, I work to do gratitude and I work to live in my experiences in the moment, and I enjoy it. It's like kind of like my alone time too, because life gets so busy all the time. So use your travel time to do like good things in your life instead of complaining in your life and hating your life. Because you don't have to hate your life, right? Because it's all done in here. It's all done in your head. You can either have this amazing life or you can choose in your head not to have an amazing life. So driving to me is like this thing where it's just very relaxing, very like, because I make it that way in my head. Living your experiences brings me back to a story today. I'm working out in the gym. A friend of mine comes up to me, starts talking to me. Super successful business guy, one of the nicest guys I know. And he said, you know, I think I got to leave this gym and I got to go to a different gym for a little while, maybe the community center, because it's just monotonous. It's the same thing for me all the time. I'm doing the same thing over and over and over again. And I said, are you having a bit of struggle, mental health, a bit with your mind right now? And he said, yeah, I think I am. And that is a story right there. And this guy is like really successful guy and you know, and he's like happy and positive, but you can tell he got into the same routine all the time. And falling into the same routine, he's just doing the same life all the time, and it's starting to get to him. So he's 100% right to start to change the gym a little bit and go to the community center or do something different. And that will start to create new neural connections and create more happiness and just more peace. You know, again, I said I don't really like happiness. I like more just contentment and more at a peace all the time. So I'll say that often to you guys. So that kind of shows right there with somebody like that was going through a bit of a struggle and kind of needed to change it up a little bit in his life. And we all need to change it up. So you got to consciously look where you can change things up in your life, or it's just going to get boring and the same, and mundane. And then you start to get negative thoughts, and then you start to produce stress or frustration or sadness or stuff. So like, I'm always going like, drive a different way, take the train, walk a different way, meditate a different way, walk into the gym a different way, talk to different people a different way, coach soccer a different way. Like, and I'm consciously thinking of this all the time. And that'll drastically like help you guys, like just at such a tremendous level that it'll help you. And so if you look what we're doing right now, you're just consistently, again, programming the brain through your entire day. You can't listen to one audio tape. You can't watch one of my videos and expect to change. You got to do this stuff all the time. It's just like, the brain's a muscle, and that's all you're doing. Now, when you're giving gratitude, Gratitude is one of the highest elevated emotions, and gratitude connects brain and heart. We'll talk about that in a later video. But when you connect brain and heart, you move into this good, like, kind of energy and this coherence. And when you connect brain and heart, you move out of that beta brainwave and into alpha brainwave and different good brain waves. And so that's why when you hear people say they're doing gratitude, that's why it really creates a different feeling inside you, and you're doing good in the world, and you're also, like, just being grateful for things in general. We live in a society that's just so not grateful for things. People are in North America and the United States and Canada and certain places I know, we're just so entitled to things. We think it's just like, this is just entitlement. And in the end, other countries would die to have what we have. Like, people in other countries would die to get what we have. And so that's why you look at our cultures have the most, and they're stressed out the most. They're unhappy the most. They're not fulfilled the most, but we have the most. Isn't it crazy? It's just so crazy. It's so crazy to me. So crazy. So bloody crazy! Right? By the way, I didn't tell you that, like, I am one of the best singers in the world. Used to have a singing career. Probably was better than, like, Michael Jackson, Prince, Bon Jovi, anybody you think of. No, I wasn't. That's just a complete lie, by the way. If you want me to sing, then you probably won't listen to my videos anymore. So now, right now, I'm barely moving. My car's just not moving because I'm trying to get on a Vancouver bridge. Oh, I'm so pissed off that I can't get on the bridge, man. Look at this guy's looking at me and won't let me in. Oh, I'm going to be sitting here another 30 minutes. I'm so angry. Right? That's most people, by the way. You should probably turn down the volume on that one because I was probably screaming on that one. But this is what most people do. They're stuck getting on the bridge here. It's going to take me another, I don't know how long, to tell you the truth, to get out of this traffic because it's not raining today too, so it's always longer. And people just get mad and stressed out. And it just hurts you. It hurts you, it hurts your system, and it hurts everybody else you're around. So that's what I do when I drive. When I drive, I practice getting in the moment. I practice enjoying the drive. I look around and I see the scent, I feel like my senses, and I look around and I enjoy it. And people might think watching this, well, that's crazy. And the difference is I'm just way more freaking at peace and happier than you. That's just what it comes down to, my friends, right? And so that's why it's hard for me to get into bad emotions. That's why I don't experience them anymore, because I do all this stuff and life is great. I could lose everything right now in my business. Wouldn't affect me. The only thing that would affect me is if I lost my health, then I'd be pretty sad. And when people close to me lose their health, and I try and get them more healthy on a consistent basis so they just don't lose their health. So I'll do a bit more car talks as I drive. We'll go on this journey together again. So that's your tip for today. Your tip for today is to be like, okay, when I'm going on commuting places, how can I enjoy it more? How can I just be more at peace? How can I recognize when my emotions are going up and I'm like getting out of control because, say, traffic or something that's controlling you that doesn't have to control you, because that means you have no control of yourself. You have no control of your emotions. And I said it on the last video. You want to know how somebody's going to act in a relationship, watch how they drive. That's how they control their emotions. It's going to be up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down all the time. So you would say I'm probably not a good driver because I just enjoy it too much. I go slow a little bit. I don't need to get in front of 3 cars ahead of me that fast because I'm only going to make up 2 minutes. Right? You gotta love life, my friends. I love you guys. I love you guys. You gotta love people. You gotta love humans. So I'm gonna I'm gonna turn this around after and let you guys see the traffic trying to get on this bridge. There's 4 lanes, 1 arrow, 1 green arrow, to go forward, 1 green arrow. That means the other lanes are all closed off. So the other lane's got 2 or 3 lanes or whatever, 4 lanes. And we got 1 lane with hundreds of cars trying to get on here. Oh, I'm so angry. Yeah. I'm so angry. So angry because of these people. All right, my friends. So that's what you're working on today. Work on living in your experiences more. Work on doing different stuff. And every video I'm going to try and push you guys to do different stuff. What can you do different to create new experiences? And what can you do just to enjoy your experiences more? Like, what can you do to enjoy your drive, your commute? What can you do to enjoy going to the gym more? What can you just enjoy being like with your family and your kids? What can you enjoy more, like coaching that soccer game? What can you just enjoy life? Because that's what it's about in the end. It's just about inner peace, inner contentment, going with the flow, enjoying life. And then, well, I'll just help you guys keep programming your brain over and over and over and over and over and over again. And you'll see all the stuff that I do, right? The resets, the affirmations, my index cards, my morning visualization, my night. And then you can see why my brain is so positive, is so happy. Let me tell you a quick story before we finish up. My friend Bonnie Jill, she's quite a big celebrity girl. And I don't know if I told you guys this, but if I did, you're going to hear it again. When she would get on and she would say to me, when we first met, she would say, I thought Shane was lying. I didn't think anybody could be this positive all the time. And she thought I thought he was faking. Like, she actually thought I was faking. And, oh look, this guy just cut somebody off. He went through a car just went through the middle lane to get ahead of everybody, which is you're not supposed to do. Oh, I'm so angry. That's it. I'm gonna roll down my window and yell at this guy. Right. So Bonnie Jill said, I didn't think this guy could be this positive. 4 years later, she said, he's the real deal. He is really that positive all the time. Right? And when you get around me in Vancouver, everyone knows, like, I am. You know, do I ever get bad thoughts? Yeah, sometimes. So another thing that I'm going to start to show you guys is I'm just going to flip up my camera or my phone and show you when negative thoughts come in and what I do, how I reset my negative thoughts. Just like in soccer today, when the kids are playing, when the ball goes out of bounds or something happens or the goalie grabs or something, you know, I'll yell, reset, get back in their positions. So that's the same with your brain. When negative thoughts come in a day, you got to learn how to reset it, catch that negative, change it, make it into positive. And I'm going to show you actually when negative comes in to my head, I'll be like walking, I'll be like, okay, that I felt a negative come up. I'm going to get on camera and be like, my brain just said this to me right now. My brain just said this negative to me right now. Like, what makes you think you could ever build a YouTube channel with 1 million beautiful humans? Like, see, my brain did that to me a couple times when I first started doing this. And it actually slowed me down from trying to even start my show, because then I started to doubt myself and my brain started to play tricks. But I started to catch it, stop it, then visualize where I wanted to be, and I'll work it together. And I'm going to show you guys then, like, how I do that in real time and let you see the negative thoughts that come up and how I control them. This is like going to the gym with me, by the way. Like, everything me and you are doing right now, this is literally like going to the gym together. But we're just going to the gym together all day. This is the gym routine. All right, I'm going to stop this video now. Let me turn this around. You see that? Right? You see those arrows? Ooh. Yeah. That's called a lot of Vancouver traffic. But I love it because you know what? One day I'm not going to be able to be in this traffic and my life won't be like this, because we all go to the upper room and something always happens to us someday, and I won't have this, and I'll look back and I'll remember this video and be like, man, I wish I could go back and live in that traffic again and shoot this wonderful video for you people. All right, my friends, till the next chapter, I love you guys. Always do something kind for yourself or other people, and leave a comment. Leave a comment and reach out to me. I want to build relationships with you and friendships with you. Now I'm going to turn this off because it's like flopping all over, by the way. All right, you guys. Bye-bye.